If you're running Google Ads for a local service business or clients or your side hustle, I'm going to show you how in just a few clicks you can save 10 or maybe even 40% of your marketing budget from going to waste. Go to the Insights report here, Insights column, and we're going to look at when and where ads showed. When ads showed is a different topic, but that's also an opportunity for optimization here because generally not a lot of good lead generation happens at 3 o'clock in the morning. But that's a scheduling thing, that's a different topic. Today we're looking at matched locations. And this is going to show you where people were when they actually saw or clicked your ad. And in this case, for this client, this is before they came to me for help. They were spending just over $3,000 a month. And $132 was spent in the United States, at $742 in South Africa, $570 in India. And it trails off pretty quickly down to 3 cents in Ukraine, 4 cents in China. Doesn't seem like a big deal, except when you add that up, that's 5% of their marketing budget. So in just a couple of clicks, we can get them 5% more sales or leads for the same marketing budget, or reduce their marketing spend by 5% and still get the same results. And when you dig down into the province level here, and this is a local service business in Ontario, Canada, so they don't do any business outside of Canada, and they don't do any business outside of Ontario. So again, we see their ads are running in Quebec and Alberta and literally all across the country. Not a lot, but we're getting now close to 10% of their marketing budget that's just going straight into the garbage because nobody outside of their local service area is ever going to turn into anything valuable for them. And they also have another problem with their targeting, but I'll get into that next. First, I want you to go to your account and go to the campaign and go to the campaign settings. This is huge. This is just super easy and it's huge. So under your location targeting, and you can see these are the cities that they've targeted their ads to, and they've got problems here, but that's, like I said, another thing. Under location options, this is the setting they had. They're targeting people based on presence or interest. So we're targeting people regularly in, or who've shown interest in your targeted locations, recommended by Google. So this is the default setting. Whenever a new Google Ads account is created, this is the setting that's on. And this means show my ad to people who might be interested in our keywords anywhere in the world, unless they've specifically been listed as an excluded location. So you might do this, United States, exclude, and you might do that for the other 220 some odd countries that there are in the world, and then all of the other states or provinces that aren't in your area. But that's not going to solve this. This setting is intended for international tourist attractions or hotels who want their ads to show to anyone, anywhere who's researching a trip. So if you are a show in Vegas or a tourist attraction in Niagara Falls or a hotel in Manhattan, you want your ad to show to people who are looking for Las Vegas shows, things to do in Niagara Falls, where to stay in New York. As long as your keywords are really tight. I've seen clients in the past whose brand name translates to something in Eastern European languages, and so they were getting a ton of traffic from Eastern Europe because their company name meant like credit card or something in a different language. So that can happen if you've got this setting wrong. The fix is simply choose this: presence, people in or regularly in your targeted location. So if I'm a roofing company in Dallas, I'm going to target Dallas, and maybe someone who's in Florida will see that ad, but only because they're just in Florida on a work trip and their wife called and said, we've got a roof leak, and now they're in Florida looking for a Dallas roofer. So make sure that's there. Make sure you save it. If you're not sure, just go check. It's that easy. Again, this is 10% of the client's money that's just being shredded because outside of their local service area, they're just never going to get any business. And if we look further in here, go to advanced search, and it brings up a nice little map. US is red because I've just excluded it. But this is the locations, the blue circles, the locations that they were targeting before. A lot of radii around cities. You can also target by city name, but it doesn't really matter. Their headquarters is here in Oakville. They have no business running ads in Windsor or Tobermory or Kingston. Those places are 4 hours away. There's no way that they are going to be able to put guys, 2 trucks and equipment and drive 4 hours and do an installation and then drive 4 hours back and be as profitable or price competitive as the local companies in those areas that they're competing with. Until they've absolutely saturated the market around where they're most profitable and most competitive, there's no point in them spending any marketing money elsewhere. So I think, obviously we fixed this now, but I think this was either a miseducation of the client on how Google Ads works, or a misunderstanding of the people that built their previous Google Ads account on kind of how their business worked. Probably a scarcity mindset's at play here, where they just said, get as much traffic, get as many leads as you can, but you're just not going to close business really, really far away where you can't compete. So the cure for that then is to target radius around their service area, target the city name, target postal codes, but just get right into where your ideal leads actually come from, and just remove the other ones. There's lots of other things that they had wrong in their keyword match types, in their ad group structure and all that. But what I've shown you here, just a couple clicks in a couple of minutes to fix their location targeting, is the first step. Just make sure you're not literally throwing money in the garbage by advertising somewhere else. You wouldn't buy a billboard in Kuwait if you only service a town in southwestern Ontario, so why would you run Google Ads there? I hope that helps. I'm Dan from Break Digital. If video was useful to you, please pass it on to someone else who might benefit, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.